Welcome to our channel History of Coins, where we explore the hidden gems of numismatics. In today's video, we're diving into the fascinating world of U.S. state quarter-dollar coins, as some of these coins are rare and can make you rich overnight. In this video, we are gonna uncover the rarest coins and their values. So make sure to watch the complete video and find out if you have one of these. Now let's continue our today's video. Top 1 today, we're focusing on a truly fascinating piece from the United States Mint's 50 State Quarters series. The Montana State Quarter from 2007 to AT first glance. It's just a regular quarter, right? But stick around, because this particular quarter holds a secret that can make it one of the most valuable coins in your collection. If you love coins, or if you're just curious about what your spare change might be hiding, listen carefully. You don't want to miss this. The Montana Quarter was released in 2007 as the 41st coin in the popular 50 State Quarters program. The reverse design pays tribute to Montana's rich natural heritage. It features the majestic bison skull with the Big Sky Country's famous mountains in the background, a design that symbolizes the rugged spirit and wide-open landscapes of Montana. On the obverse, as always, you see the familiar profile of George Washington, which has graced quarters for decades. Now, millions of these quarters were minted for general circulation. So what could possibly make the Montana Quarter so special? The answer lies in something collectors always watch for: rare errors and unique variations. Among the Montana Quarters minted in 2007, there's a rare version that has attracted intense interest due to subtle, but significant, differences. This variant features a double die error on the reverse side of the coin, where certain details, like the bison skull or the lettering, appear doubled or slightly misaligned. These errors occur during the minting process when the coin is struck more than once with dies that aren't perfectly aligned. But that's not all. Some Montana quarters from 2007 also exhibit a die crack error, which looks like a raised line running through part of the design, kind of like a tiny crack on the coin's surface. These imperfections are accidental and only show up on a small number of coins, making them incredibly rare and collectible. Another fascinating error you might come across is the off-center strike. Imagine a quarter where part of the design is cut off because the coin was struck slightly off the middle of the die. This type of error can range from subtle to dramatic, but all off-center strikes are rare and highly desirable. What's more, collectors know that the value of these error coins skyrockets when the coin is in mint state condition. That means it's almost flawless, with no wear or damage. The better the condition, the higher the price collectors are willing to pay. Now here's the part every coin lover has been waiting for. How much can a rare Montana quarter like this be worth? Believe it or not, a Montana State Quarter from 2007, featuring these rare mint errors and in pristine condition, has been known to sell for an astonishing $80,000. Yes, you heard that right. This humble quarter can be worth $80,000. That's more than most people ever imagine a coin like this could fetch. So next time you find a Montana quarter in your change, don't just toss it aside. Take a closer look. Examine the bison skull, the lettering, and the edges. Look for any signs of doubling, cracks, or off-center strikes. If something looks unusual, you could be holding a coin that collectors are willing to pay big money for. And if you believe you found one, get it authenticated and graded by a professional coin grading service. That step is crucial to unlock the full value of your find. Top 2, we're taking a close look at a piece that might just be sitting in your pocket or buried in your coin jar: the Virginia State Quarter from the year 2000. This quarter isn't just a piece of change, it's a treasure that holds a secret value many don't know about. Released as the 10th coin in the United States Mint's renowned 50 State Quarters program, the Virginia Quarter is steeped in history. On the reverse side, it showcases 3 notable ships: the Susan Constant, the Godspeed, and the Discovery, which were the vessels that carried the first English settlers to Jamestown in 1607, marking the beginning of permanent English settlement in North America. The word Virginia, in the year 2000, framed this evocative design, which beautifully captures the spirit of exploration and foundation. The obverse side features the classic profile of George Washington, a familiar face on all quarters. But here, paired with the historic ships, it creates a coin that's much more than metal. It's a symbol of American beginnings. Now, here's where it gets really interesting for collectors and treasure hunters alike. While millions of these quarters were minted for everyday use, a rare and very special subset of Virginia quarters from 2000 has emerged in recent years, those with minting errors that make them incredibly valuable. One of the most notable errors on this quarter is the double die obverse. What does that mean? Simply put, it means the coin was struck twice with slight misalignment during the minting process, causing certain features, such as Washington's profile, the date, or lettering to appear doubled or shadowed. This doubling isn't visible to the naked eye on all coins, so you have to look very carefully or use a magnifying glass to spot it. But once you do, you've found a rare gem. Another error that collectors seek is the die crack. This is a small raised line or fissure on the coin caused by a crack in the die itself. On some Virginia quarters, these cracks appear near the ships or around the date, adding a unique character to the coin. Die cracks are highly prized because they're accidental, one-of-a-kind imperfections that make each coin unique. There's also the fascinating case of the off-center strike error. This happens when the coin is struck off the middle of the die, causing the design to be partially missing or shifted. Off-center strikes are highly collectible because they're uncommon and show an intriguing mistake in the minting process. What makes these error coins truly shine in value, though, is their condition. Coins that are in mint state, that is, pristine, untouched by circulation wear, are especially rare and highly sought after by collectors. Now for the moment you've been waiting for. How much can one of these rare Virginia state quarters from 2000 be worth? In pristine condition and featuring one of these extraordinary errors, a Virginia quarter has been known to fetch an eye-popping $78,000. Imagine that, a simple quarter, so familiar and common, yet capable of commanding a price that most people only dream about. So, if you happen to have a Virginia quarter from 2000, take a close look at it. Examine Washington's profile, the ships, and the date. Look for any doubling, strange lines, or shifts in the design. Even a slight anomaly could mean you're holding a rare piece worth a small fortune. If you do spot something unusual, it's wise to have it professionally graded and authenticated by a reputable service. This will help maximize the coin's value and prove its authenticity when selling. Top 3, we're shining the spotlight on a very special piece from the America the Beautiful Quarters series, the Perry's Victory and International Peace Memorial Quarter from 2015. At first glance, this might look like just another quarter. But trust me when I say this coin has caught the eyes of collectors worldwide, and for very good reasons. If you love coins and the thrill of finding rare gems, this video is tailor-made for you. So, sit back, pay close attention, and enjoy this deep dive into the remarkable story and hidden value of the 2015 Perry's Victory Quarter. The Perry's Victory Quarter was released as part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program, which ran from 2010 to 2021, highlighting national parks and historic sites across the United States. This particular quarter commemorates the Perry's Victory and International Peace Memorial in Ohio, a monument honoring those who fought in the War of 1812 and the lasting peace between Britain, Canada, and the United States. The coin's design is striking. A tall, elegant column symbolizing the memorial rises above Lake Erie's waters, with a backdrop that captures both the grandeur and serenity of this historic site. It's a beautiful tribute to peace and victory, but beneath this elegant design lies something rare and valuable. Millions of these quarters were minted for circulation, but as with many coins, a small handful have developed unique errors and anomalies during the striking process that make them incredibly rare and incredibly valuable. One of the most exciting error types collectors seek on the Perry's Victory Quarter is the double die error. This error occurs when the coin is struck more than once with dies that don't perfectly align, causing certain elements, like the lettering or the details of the memorial, to appear doubled or shadowed. On this quarter, the doubling is often found in the inscriptions or on the fine lines of the monument column. Another fascinating error is the die crack, which shows up as raised lines or ridges on the coin's surface where the metal filled a crack in the die during striking. On the Perry's Victory Quarter, these cracks often run near the base of the column or across the inscriptions, making each die crack coin unique and highly prized by collectors. You may also find off-center strikes on some of these quarters, where the design is not perfectly centered, cutting off parts of the monument or lettering. These off-center errors are rare and, depending on the degree of misalignment, can significantly increase a coin's value. But the true value of these error coins skyrockets when they're found in mint state condition, meaning they are in pristine shape, with sharp details, full luster, and no signs of wear or damage. It's this combination of rarity and condition that makes the Perry's Victory Quarter a coveted treasure for collectors. Now, Here comes the part every coin enthusiast has been waiting for. How much can this rare and flawless Perry's Victory Quarter actually be worth? Believe it or not, a Perry's Victory Quarter with the right error and in perfect condition has been known to sell for a staggering $76,000. Yes, $76,000 for a single quarter. This incredible value shows that even the most seemingly ordinary coins can hold extraordinary potential if you know what to look for. So next time you find a 2015 Perry's Victory and International Peace Memorial Quarter, don't just spend it without a second glance. Check it carefully for any doubling, cracks, or off-center details. A simple magnifying glass can reveal secrets that can change everything. And if you do find something unusual, get it authenticated and graded by a professional coin service. This will confirm its rarity and help you realize its true worth. Top 4, we're diving into a truly special piece, the West Virginia State Quarter from 2005. You might think it's just a regular quarter, but believe me, this coin has a story and a value that could surprise you. Released as part of the popular 50 State Quarters program, the West Virginia Quarter was minted in 2005 and celebrates the Mountain State's rich heritage. The reverse design is stunning, featuring the New River Gorge Bridge, one of the longest steel arch bridges in the world, set against the breathtaking backdrop of the New River Gorge National River. The image perfectly captures the natural beauty and engineering marvels West Virginia is known for. On the obverse, you'll find the familiar profile of George Washington, a steady reminder of America's roots on every quarter minted in recent decades. But don't let that common face fool you. This particular West Virginia quarter has some very rare features that make it a must-have for collectors. While millions of these quarters were minted for general circulation, some coins carry unique minting errors and characteristics that have collectors buzzing. These errors are the keys that unlock enormous value. One of the most sought-after anomalies on this quarter is the double die error. This happens when the coin is struck twice with slight misalignment during the minting process, causing images or lettering to appear doubled. On the West Virginia quarter, this doubling often shows up in the inscriptions or in the fine details of the New River Gorge Bridge, making the design look thicker or shadowed. Then there are the die cracks, raised lines caused by cracks in the mince die that transfer onto the coin's surface during striking. These cracks can run across various parts of the design, such as near the bridge or along the lettering. Each crack is unique and adds character and rarity to the coin, making it highly desirable. Another fascinating error to watch for is the off-center strike. When the coin is not properly centered in the press, part of the design may be missing or shifted. Off-center coins from West Virginia's 2005 quarter are rare and often sell for a significant premium depending on how severe the misalignment is. Condition plays a huge role in determining the value of these error coins. Coins that are in mint state condition, meaning they show no wear or damage and retain their original luster, are exceptionally rare and can command jaw-dropping prices from collectors. Now, here's the part every coin enthusiast wants to hear. Just how valuable can this West Virginia quarter really be, believe it or not? A West Virginia 2005 quarter featuring one or more of these rare errors and preserved in pristine condition can be worth an astonishing $74,000. That's right, $74,000 for a single quarter that you might find in your pocket or change JAR.SO. Next time you come across a West Virginia quarter, take a closer look. Examine the bridge and lettering carefully for any signs of doubling, cracks, or misalignment. Even the smallest anomaly could mean you're holding a rare treasure. If you spot something unusual, it's a good idea to have your coin professionally authenticated and graded by a trusted coin grading service. This will not only confirm its rarity, but also help you get the best possible value if you decide to sell. Top 5, we're focusing on a very special piece from the United States, the Nebraska State Quarter from 2006. Now, you might have seen this coin before, but listen very carefully because this seemingly ordinary quarter hides secrets that could make it worth a small fortune. The Nebraska Quarter was part of the famous 50 State Quarters program, which honored each state with a unique design celebrating its history and culture. Nebraska's design features Chimney Rock, a striking natural landmark along the Oregon Trail, accompanied by a covered wagon. This scene perfectly captures the spirit of westward expansion and the courage of pioneers who ventured into the unknown. It's a beautiful tribute to the state's rugged heritage. At first glance, this quarter might look like any other, but here's where things get really interesting. Among the millions of Nebraska quarters minted in 2006, A small number have minting errors and unique characteristics that make them extremely rare and valuable to collectors. One of the most fascinating errors you might come across is the double die. This happens when the coin's design is accidentally stamped twice during the minting process, but with a slight shift. On these Nebraska quarters, you might notice doubling in the lettering, like the word Nebraska, or even in the fine details of chimney rock. This doubling creates a striking visual effect that's highly prized by coin enthusiasts because it's so uncommon. Another exciting feature collectors hunt for are die cracks. When the die used to strike the coin develops a tiny crack, it leaves a raised line on the coin's surface. On some Nebraska quarters, these cracks appear near the landmark or even across the edges, giving the coin a distinctive, almost handcrafted look. Each crack is unique, turning a simple quarter into a one-of-a-kind collectible. Then there's the rare off-center strike error. This happens when the coin isn't perfectly aligned during minting, causing part of the design to be cut off or shifted. These misaligned coins are rare, and depending on how much of the design is missing or off-center, they can be very valuable. But it's not just the error that matters. The condition of the coin plays a massive role. A Nebraska quarter with any of these errors in worn or damaged condition won't fetch much. But if you have one in mint state, meaning it looks nearly perfect, with no wear and its original shine intact, that coin can be a serious prize for collectors. So, how valuable can these rare error Nebraska quarters really be? Here's the big reveal. A 2006 Nebraska quarter with one or more of these notable errors, preserved in pristine mint condition, could be worth an astonishing $72,000. Yes, you heard that right. $72,000 in words. That's the power of rarity, condition, and a little bit of minting magic. A coin that many people might overlook in their change jar could be a life-changing find. If you have a Nebraska quarter from 2006, don't just toss it aside. Take a closer look with a magnifying glass or head to a coin expert who can help you spot these errors. And if you're a collector or someone fascinated by American history and rare coins, keep your eyes peeled. Sometimes the smallest details tell the biggest stories. Thanks so much for watching and exploring the fascinating world of coin collecting with me today. If you enjoyed this deep dive and want to uncover more hidden treasures, make sure to like, subscribe, and click the notification bell so you never miss an update. Remember, every coin has a story, and sometimes those stories can be worth more than you ever imagined. Happy collecting and stay curious.